Grand Tours are always a treasure trove for hot tech, and with this year's Vuelta well underway, it's given us a chance to scope out some of the hottest tech around. Bikes, kit, equipment, we've got it all, so stick around and see what we've got coming up. The keen-eyed amongst you might have spotted the new Oakleys as worn by Sam Bennett and Chris Froome. Now these featured a contour lens that goes all the way around and curves over the nose piece, which is quite a unique design. Now some of you might be a big fan of this, others maybe not, but it does give a fantastic field of vision, which is great in amongst a busy peloton. Now, I don't know if the lenses are going to be replaceable, this is yet to come and the details may well be revealed later on, but let us know what you think. Are these hot or are they not? Custom bikes are becoming quite commonplace amongst the pro peloton, and at this year's Vuelta we've seen Chris Froome riding a custom designed pop art inspired bike. This has been designed by Brazilian artist Romero Brito. Now Chris Froome is actually going to ride this bike all the way to the finish at the end of the Vuelta, at which point it will go up for sale in a charity auction, hoping to raise a lot of money. Whilst the design might be divided amongst you, I know there's going to be plenty of people out there who do love it, and fingers crossed it raises plenty of money for charity too. Jumbo-Visma still seem to be using unbranded wheels at this year's Vuelta, just as they did earlier on at the Tour. I've had my tech binoculars out and I'm pretty certain these are Coromas, just with the branding and logos removed. It's an interesting thing to see, and is something that we've seen teams such as Ineos do in the past on mountain stages when they've used lightweight climbing wheels. This does raise the question why Shimano-sponsored teams are choosing not to use their products. And I do wonder if at some point in the future we'll see Shimano release an updated, lightweight version of some of their wheels. Castelli have actually supplied Ineos Grenadiers with fancy new mesh number pockets on their jerseys and race suits. And this is tech we have also spotted earlier in the year at the Tour, and has also been tech that is used in the TT world before. But this is the first time we've seen a World Tour team use this technology on their road racing equipment. These fine mesh panels are fitted over the top of the traditional 3 pockets and enable the numbers to be fitted in place without the need for old rusty pins. A tradition that's been around forever in cycling, and it's actually something I'd quite like to see vanish and be modernised. Now we could take this a step further, and something I'd really like to see is riders use one number for the entire season, and this could completely get rid of disposable numbers and move us one step further into the future. With the Vuelta taking place later on in the year, it's given us a chance to see items of tech which we wouldn't normally have seen. Teams' foul weather kit. Items of kit designed to keep the riders warm and dry. This quite literally is hot tech. Now, although we wouldn't normally see these items of kit, the poor weather condition have given teams with great kit the chance to really utilise it. Following on from Team Sunweb's rain cape struggles at the Giro, Primoz Roglic actually had a very similar issue on stage 6. He briefly lost contact with the GC contenders as he was fumbling around, struggling to put his rain cape on and faffing around with a zip. Now, sticking with Castelli as a bit of an example, they've actually invested a lot of research and development into their new Aidro jacket by using special materials like Gore-Tex Shake Dry and even PTFE. PTFE? That's the sort of stuff you find in your cooking pans, but they've added it into their jacket to really help repel all the water and keep riders as dry as possible. Rumour has it, on the rest day of the Vuelta, some teams were actually spotted heading out and buying the new Castelli jackets, having seen the Ineos Grenadiers looking so warm and toasty sat on the front of the peloton. Now, that speaks volume for just how fantastic that product is. As a general tech perspective, the foul weather has been one of the key issues that the riders and teams have had to deal with at this year's Vuelta. So something we've spotted in the past and also at this year's edition, are riders actually taking small bottles of chain lube with them in the middle of the stages. This is to enable them to actually apply the chain lube themselves as the foul weather and rain causes the chain lube to wash off. And quite possibly one of the coolest things we've seen at this year's Vuelta is the legend that is Alejandro Valverde actually riding the brand new Aeroad. Now he's a rider that usually favours a lightweight climbing bike, but this year we've seen him riding the new Aeroad not only on the flat sprint stages but also to some of the summit finishes. Now, to see a rider like him choose to use the brand new Aeroad over his usual lightweight climbing bike is a pretty big endorsement from him himself, and to be honest, it's just great to see. I hope you've enjoyed this hottest tech of the Vuelta feature, and if you have, as always, let us know in the comments section below. Now, if you've got any thoughts on some of the tech items that we've featured, or if you've got any items of tech that you think we've missed, get those down in the comments too. And finally, I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, give it a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching.